May thy servant Camilla, who wears this crown, be filled by thine abundant grace, and with all princely virtues. May thy servant Camilla, who wears this crown, be filled by thine abundant grace, and with all princely virtues. The royal family is no stranger to drama, but this time the stakes are higher than ever. Whispers from palace walls suggest that Prince William is on a mission to safeguard Princess Diana's legacy. It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said. The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others, he stated. No matter the cost, and it seems that his bold moves could spell the end of Queen Camilla's influence within royal affairs. Could this be the ultimate power play that reshapes the monarchy forever? Before we unravel the shocking details, it's crucial to understand who Prince William is in the grand hierarchy of the royal family. How did Queen Camilla rise to her current position of power, and what events have brought them to this explosive turning point? Prince William's life has been anything but ordinary. From the moment he was born, he carried the weight of royal expectations on his tiny shoulders. As the eldest son of Charles and the iconic Princess Diana, William's every move has been scrutinized under the relentless gaze of the world. His royal destiny was set in stone as early as his baptism at Buckingham Palace in 1982, with none other than Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip presiding over the ceremony. But William didn't stick to the script. Instead of following the well-trodden royal path, he blazed his own trail, choosing Eton College over the family's traditional Gordonstown. William signaled early on that he was going to do things his way, and it didn't stop there. After school, he embarked on a gap year filled with adventure and purpose, dabbling in army training, teaching kids in Chile, and experiencing the raw beauty of Africa. Then came a pivotal moment in 2001 when he stepped onto the historic grounds of a University of St. Andrews in Scotland. It was more than just another chapter in his education. In fact, it was the beginning of a love story that would captivate the world. William met Catherine Middleton during those years, and their romance sparked in those university corridors would grow into a partnership that redefined modern royalty. But duty called, and William stepped into his next role, Officer Cadet Wales. Even royals need call signs, right? After commissioning as a second lieutenant in December 2006, William joined forces with his brother Prince Harry in military service. But the real adventure began in 2008 when William graduated from the Royal Air Force College Cranwell, earning his wings with his pilot's license in hand. William charted a path few expected. He became a search and rescue pilot, flying the iconic yellow Sea King helicopters and saving lives across the UK. Imagine the future King of England swooping in to rescue you. That's a memory for the ages. But was this a bold escape from royal monotony or an extension of his deep desire to serve? By 2015, William stepped further into the civilian world, joining the East Anglian Air Ambulance as a full-time pilot, balancing life as a first responder and a royal. He often spoke about how rewarding it was to work on the front lines. It's hard to picture a prince in uniform responding to emergencies, but for William, this was more than a job. It was a calling. However, as with all great adventures, this chapter had to close in 2017. Increasing royal responsibilities pulled him back into the fold. Yet his time in the cockpit wasn't just a detour. It shaped his outlook and grounded his approach to leadership. That same dedication extends to his work as a staunch advocate for causes close to his heart. Since becoming patron of the Tusk Trust in 2005, William has been a passionate champion for wildlife conservation in Africa. His efforts to combat poaching and habitat destruction reflect his deep commitment to making a difference, proving that his mission to protect and preserve extends far beyond the skies. The Royal Foundation, co-founded with Prince Harry in 2009, became William's powerhouse for driving change. When Kate joined after their marriage, her focus on early childhood development and mental health broadened the foundation's scope. Together, they've turned it into a hub for groundbreaking initiatives. The question is, how do they juggle royal duties, parenthood, and running this impactful organization? Perhaps this balance is the secret to their success, or even the blueprint for a revitalized monarchy. Speaking of redefining royal roles, William's work is centered on four transformative pillars: mental health, conservation, homelessness, and supporting emergency workers. These aren't just charitable buzzwords, they are causes that William actively champions with both his heart and his time. One standout example is Heads Together, the mental health campaign he launched with Kate and Harry in 2016. By uniting charities and encouraging open conversations, they made mental health a mainstream issue. Sharing his own struggles, including the profound impact of losing his mother Diana, William gave the cause a deeply personal touch that resonated worldwide. While Prince William's royal responsibilities have steadily evolved, Queen Camilla's journey to her current position has been a tale of resilience, reinvention, and redemption. From scandal to sovereignty, from her early marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973 to her headline-grabbing relationship with Charles, now King Charles III, Camilla's path has been anything but smooth. Personal trials, public scrutiny, and the shadow of controversy have all shaped her story. So how did Camilla transform from a polarizing figure to a widely accepted senior royal? The turning point arguably came after her marriage to Charles in 2005. Taking on the title of Duchess of Cornwall, she dove into charitable work, focusing on issues like literacy, domestic abuse, and osteoporosis awareness. Slowly but surely, her efforts began to change perceptions. Queen Elizabeth herself extended significant gestures of approval, gifting Camilla the Greville tiara, a treasured family heirloom, and honoring her with the Royal Family Order of Elizabeth. These acts of recognition weren't just symbolic, they signaled Camilla's growing acceptance within both the royal family and the public eye. Following their wedding, Clarence House became the official residence for Charles, then the Prince of Wales, and Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. This historic London property served as the hub for their royal duties and personal life. Yet beyond the grandeur of Clarence House, the couple found comfort in a collection of retreats across the UK where they could escape the spotlight and enjoy moments of tranquility amidst their demanding royal roles. Bookhall in Scotland, nestled amidst picturesque landscapes, remains one of their cherished getaways, offering privacy and tranquility during holidays. Highgrove House in Gloucestershire, a family estate, serves as a hub for intimate gatherings with loved ones, and their Welsh retreat, Wyney Wormed, has become a favorite summer haven where they not only unwind but also connect with local communities. Despite her busy royal schedule, Queen Camilla has always held a special place in her heart for Ray Mill House, the personal property she owned from 1997 to 2003. This idyllic retreat offers her a rare chance to relax with her children and grandchildren, far from the relentless spotlight of royal life. Over the years, Camilla's role in the royal family has grown into one of significance and influence. On the 7th anniversary of her marriage to Charles in April 2012, Queen Elizabeth honored her with the Royal Victorian Order, recognizing her dedication to the monarchy. This marked an important milestone in her journey toward earning respect and admiration within royal circles and beyond. For years later, in 2016, Camilla's appointment to the British Privy Council further cemented her place as a key advisor to the crown. Her service reached new heights in January 2022 when she was named a Royal Lady of the Most Noble Order of the G, one of Britain's most prestigious honors. Yet the months that followed brought unexpected challenges. In February 2022, Camilla tested positive for COVID-19 shortly after Prince Charles contracted the virus. Thankfully, both made full recoveries, but the moment underscored the resilience required in their roles. When Queen Elizabeth passed away on September 8, 2022, the royal family entered a new chapter. Charles ascended the throne, and Camilla officially became the queen consort. Their coronation on May 6, 2023, at Westminster Abbey was a historic event that symbolized their shared commitment to leading the monarchy into the future. Queen Camilla's responsibilities have expanded, placing her at the forefront of official events and charitable work. Her advocacy for osteoporosis awareness, a cause she has championed since 1994, remains a cornerstone of her public service. This issue is deeply personal to her, and she has used her platform to bring global attention to its impact. Beyond that, her efforts extend to promoting literacy, animal welfare, and poverty alleviation, reflecting a broader dedication to social issues. Camilla's dedication to her royal duties is clear, but behind the scenes, her relationship with Prince William tells a far more complicated story. The relationship between Queen Camilla and Prince William has been a roller coaster of emotions, evolving from tension to mutual respect over the years. Let's rewind to the beginning. William wasn't exactly her biggest fan at first. How could he be? Growing up in the middle of his parents' turbulent marriage, William couldn't ignore the role Camilla played in his father's life. During that time, his loyalty to Princess Diana ran deep, and that made early interactions with Camilla, well, pretty frosty. But here's the thing, time changes everything. As William grew older and Camilla stepped into her role as a key figure in the royal family, he began to see her in a new light. She wasn't trying to replace Diana or overstep her boundaries. Instead, she quietly focused on her royal duties and charitable work, letting her actions speak for themselves. Slowly but surely, William's perspective softened. Today, their relationship is far from the icy early days. Think professional, polite, and maybe even friendly. Now contrast that with Prince Harry's take on Camilla, and you've got a whole different story. In his bombshell memoir Spare, Harry accused Camilla of using him to improve her public image. It's clear that Harry's feelings about her remain complicated and unresolved, painting a sharp divide between the brothers' views on their stepmother. But what's the secret to Camilla's improved dynamic with William? According to royal insiders, it's all about her approach. Camilla played the long game, staying in her lane and respecting William's independence. She never tried to influence him or assert herself in ways that could cause friction. Instead, she let their relationship evolve naturally. No pressure, no drama, and that choice seemed to have worked wonders. While Camilla tends to keep a low profile publicly, she plays a subtle but. Known for her quiet influence, Camilla has been discreetly communicating her observations about William and Harry to King Charles over the years. By sharing her insights privately, she remains involved in family matters without crossing the line into overt interference. This measured approach has allowed her to provide valuable feedback to Charles, helping to maintain a sense of balance within the royal family during some of its more challenging moments. However, don't mistake her reserved demeanor for passivity. Camilla is fiercely protective of Charles. When she senses any disrespect directed toward him, whether from William or anyone else, she's not afraid to step in. But true to her style, she handles such situations with discretion, addressing issues in a way that supports her husband while preserving family harmony. Of course, tensions within the royal family are inevitable, especially between King Charles and Prince William, whose leadership styles couldn't be more different. Charles leans into tradition and tends to stick to a more rigid way of doing things, while William espouses a forward-thinking, modern approach. It's a classic clash of old versus new, and these differences sometimes spark disagreements that ripple through the royal household. In moments like these, Camilla often finds herself in a delicate position. Her loyalty to Charles is unshakable, but she's also aware of the importance of managing relationships with William and other family members. Balancing these dynamics requires a steady hand, and Camilla's ability to navigate these challenges speaks to her understanding of both the personal and public pressures that come with royal life. One of the most emotionally charged moments in recent royal history came in 2023 when Prince William, as Duke of Cornwall, made a decision that reportedly left Queen Camilla deeply distressed. As part of his sweeping changes to the management of the Duchy of Cornwall, a vast portfolio of land, properties, and assets, William chose to remove Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot, from the royal payroll. For over 2 decades, Annabel, a renowned interior designer, had played a pivotal role in modernizing and managing the interiors of duchy properties, including holiday cottages scattered across Cornwall, Wales, and the Isles of Scilly. Her work was widely respected, and at 75, her career with the duchy was marked by significant contributions. Yet William's decision to end her long-standing role was seen as more than just a professional restructuring. It became a deeply personal issue within the royal family. For Camilla, it was a personal blow. Reports suggest that she was left in tears over the decision, which created a new strain in her relationship with William. William's decision, part of his broader vision for modernizing the duchy, was likely intended to mark a new era under his leadership. However, it unintentionally highlighted the intricate and often fragile balance between personal relationships and the expectations of the monarchy. Annabel Elliott's legacy within the duchy is undeniable. Her impeccable taste and expertise transformed traditional properties into spaces that beautifully blended history with modernity. Her contributions helped elevate the duchy's reputation, and her absence marks the end of an era for the portfolio she helped shape. While the decision may have been pragmatic, it has brought emotional ripples, particularly for Queen Camilla. As Annabel's sister, she reportedly felt the personal weight of this change, highlighting the challenges of navigating family ties within the framework of royal duties. This choice reflects William's vision of a modern monarchy, one that honors its heritage while adapting to the demands of the present. By prioritizing operational integrity and updating traditional practices, William is signaling a future-focused approach to leadership. Yet, it's clear that the path to modernization is not without its sacrifices, and every decision carries a human cost, even in the most regal of institutions. William's vision of a streamlined, modern monarchy finds echoes in King Charles's leadership as both work to adapt royal traditions to meet the demands of a contemporary world. Since Queen Elizabeth's passing, the royal family has entered a new chapter, and leading the charge is King Charles. From his understated coronation to his clear focus on making the monarchy feel modern and relevant, Charles is stepping into his role in ways that feel both fresh and unexpected. Change is the name of the game when it comes to the royal family these days. One of the biggest shakeups came with the titles. When Charles became king, the ripple effect was immediate. Prince William and Kate Middleton, formerly known as the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, took on the iconic titles of Prince and Princess of Wales, titles famously tied to Charles and the late Princess Diana. But that's not all. William and Kate are also now the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall, officially marking their elevated status in the royal hierarchy. Charles is proving to be a different kind of monarch. Remember the days following the Queen's death? Charles was out there meeting the public, shaking hands, chatting, and even letting people kiss him. Yes, you heard that right, kisses on the cheek and hands. Royal biographer Andrew Morton summed it up best. He lets people kiss him, which the Queen would never do. It's a small moment, but speaks volumes about his more approachable, human touch. This shift goes beyond gestures. Charles is taking on the role with an energy that's surprising for someone in his mid-70s. Morton noted the difference. The Queen was in her 90s and had a very much reduced agenda. The King, I think, is going to have to go at a pace even though he's 75 himself. It's clear Charles isn't planning to sit back and take it easy. Inclusivity is another hallmark of Charles's reign. Just days after Queen Elizabeth II's passing, Charles invited faith leaders from across multiple religions to Buckingham Palace in a powerful gesture that showed his commitment to representing a community of communities. In his words, it is his duty to protect the diversity of the country, a message that resonates deeply in today's world. Charles has also not shied away from taking a stand on global issues, departing from the traditionally neutral stance of the monarchy. In February, he directly condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine, calling it an unprovoked, full-scale attack and highlighting the unnecessary suffering inflicted upon Ukrainians. While Queen Elizabeth II chose not to address the war publicly, Charles's willingness to speak out shows his intent to engage with the pressing challenges of the modern era. Even his coronation reflected this shift. Although still a grand affair, it was significantly scaled back compared to his mother's iconic 1953 ceremony. With a guest list of just over 2,000 compared to Queen Elizabeth's 8,000 attendees and a streamlined procession, Charles sent a clear message: tradition can coexist with a more practical, pared-down approach. This modernization extends to the very structure of the monarchy. Charles has long expressed a desire to slim down the royal family, emphasizing the importance of a core group of working royals. While his plan to limit this to just 7 members hasn't yet materialized, the official count of working royals currently stands at 11. It's clear that streamlining operations is high on his agenda. Yet not everything is smooth sailing. Despite efforts to modernize the monarchy and connect with the public, approval ratings tell a more complicated story. In April, a Reuters report revealed that King Charles's approval rating had dipped since his ascension. An Ipsos poll showed that while 61% of the public approved of his leadership immediately after succeeding Queen Elizabeth, that number had fallen to 49% just months later. These numbers highlight a growing ambivalence about the monarchy's role in modern Britain. Even the coronation, a historic moment for any monarch, struggled to capture the public's enthusiasm. While half of UK adults expressed some interest in the event, only 21% described themselves as very interested. For an institution built on spectacle and tradition, this lukewarm reception speaks to shifting public attitudes. And there you have it, a complex glimpse into the ever-evolving world of the royal family. From modernization efforts to the delicate balance of tradition and public expectations, it's clear that the monarchy is navigating uncharted waters. What do you think about King Charles's bold decisions and their impact on family dynamics? Let us know in the comments below.